I'm sorry, what?
It's serving gunt? That's
Yes.
a Samism?
That's
Would
my
you-
I'm trademarking that shit.
Would you like to show the class what you're wearing? Would you like to give us a
Okay.
fashion show?
Let me get up. Oh God, this chair, I swear, I have a small ass room. But basically, we are wearing today, I got the tube top from Hot Topic,
Hell yeah.
leather gloves, Hot Topic, hat, Hot Topic, these 2 earrings from Spencer's, some black leather, not black leather, just some leggings from Rue 21, and my fuzzy black socks, and my pink ass slippers that are falling apart at the seams.
I love
Because
that.
I wear them every day.
I love it.
Oh, and we also got the fuzzy jacket I think I got for Christmas or my birthday.
Oh my god, love it.
Perfect.
Love it. Love it. Listen, I think that would be the perfect transition to talk about another outfit. Have you? First of all, do you think that there will be a new Papa?
Well, I do kind of have mixed feelings about it because I'm just going to be... Tobias did say, I think he did say at some point that if he does kill another Papa, it's just going to be the same thing over and over and over again. And the one thing with Tobias is he's going to pull out some shit that no one is expecting. Absolutely no one is expecting. And Copia started out as this very shy cardinal. Out of all the Papas, he had this huge character development from this small cardinal, very shy, very awkward, who only had the tism. And then once he transformed into Papa, he started to get more confident and very more sexual shit in there. Almost, it was like a little bit of spice of like past Papas, like Turzo in there. So on that point, he has the tism and he has the rhythm now combined.
Oh my god. Perfect.
Do I think there's going to be another Papa? Honestly, I don't know. And if he were to get killed off, it would be way too obvious at some point. But maybe there's going to be another stage in transition where he's leveled something else, because he did say at one point the Empire is now built. Well, at some point the Empire is going to eventually fall apart and be destroyed. So, and what is big? So the one thing that I've been thinking about is, what is bigger than an empire? That is another thing that maybe he is going... Do I believe in the Antichrist theory? Yes and no. Yes and no. Maybe I also think that maybe a resurrecting Papa is coming back, because if we take another one of the back of the previous early chapters, when the Papas get killed off and they're in the embalming scene, Turzo's foot started twitching. Now, I don't know if that is canon or if that's just a bad acting part.
No, that is canon in my opinion.
Yeah, that's... And a lot of people are saying that Nil's going to be resurrected, which in my god honest opinion, I hope that's not the case.
Absolutely.
Because there's no way in hell Tobias would... He's already played Primo, and that's Nil enough already. That is old as hell. That is old as hell. We do not need to see...
I kind of want Grandpa to come back.
We already see one of the other stage performers, Swiss, going backstage and dressing up as Nil. We already see that already. We do not need to see him resurrected. We don't need that. No. His story is done. He's finished. Yeah. He's done. He's retired. For God's sake, he probably sharts baby powder because his old ass. Trust me, I don't understand either, Copia. I don't understand why he's a goat and he sharts. I do not know. I don't know, but when it comes to a new Papa, it can be yes and no. Maybe a different Papa, sure, but Copia probably won't be killed off, or maybe Copia might become someone else bigger entirely, because
Yeah.
once the empire, I think, because I believe in the fall of the empire and then something new. And plus, knowing Tobias, he pulls out a lot of shit. Like, there are some things that I've heard happened at the LA show that not a lot of people were expecting.
True.
And me living in the East Coast, I'm super jealous. I'm seeing everything blow up on Twitter, and I'm like, fuck me, right? Fuck East Coast, right?
I know the feeling.
Same.
Good Lord. Especially West Virginia, like West Virginians
West Virginia.
Mama. I'm telling you, the one time that Ghost came to West Virginia, they should have played. Aether should have played Country Roads.
Oh my god.
He should have.
I would have
But instead, he played another one, Bites the Dust by Queen. That's all he did. You had an opportunity and you fucked it up.
Call him out.
You had one job. Fuck.
Every guest is
Now,
calling Tobias out. I love it. It's so fun.
Speaking of the LA show, are you excited to see that when the movie comes out?
Oh, absolutely. And I hope when the when the movie comes out, I hope they show all the things in it, including the bit where apparently it is confirmed canon that Copio wears Nike socks.
Yes.
And
It was crazy.
everybody was
Costco
freaking. Oh
socks.
my god, Costco! It's like, I hope they put out like everything, because I want to see what he looks like in the boxer outfit. Is he just like wearing something like underneath it? I want to see the acoustic version of If You Have Ghost. I want to see 20s, like a lot of people want to see 20s.
Yes.
I've seen clips, I've seen pictures that were ending up being leaked, and that's why I kind of joked about it, why I looked at the bright side of not being able to be at the show. And I still to this day will say, I may not have been to the LA show because I'm from the East Coast, but I can proudly say I did not get banned for life.
Oh my god, yes.
And people were bitter about it. People started bringing up old drama that had nothing to do with them, bashing me in groups that had nothing to do with me, and the whole shit show. I made Instagram live videos and called out posts on that shit already. But I'm really looking forward to this movie, and I hope if it's on streaming, I hope it's on streaming platforms somewhere, at least somewhere that I'm, that I can watch on.
Yeah.
If not, like, the only way that I could watch it if it's on DVD is like, do you know, like, one of those like DVD players that look like a little small laptop, but it's just for like playing. Yes.
Yeah.
And like that you just press play on it, like those kinds of things. I might as well like have to order that at some point if it's on like DVD and CD. But like I understand like Tobias is old fashioned at times, but he needs to get with the times and know like a lot of people in today's generation, especially a lot of Ghost fans, they don't have like CD players or VHSs or stuff like that. And like I don't know, and I doubt what's the point of him uploading it on YouTube Premium when he did the Live at the Ministry thing with the Impera party. I don't understand what was the point of uploading the rest of it on YouTube Red or YouTube Premium when somebody already screen recorded it and posted the entire thing.
Yeah.
I just don't understand like the point of that. So hopefully it's on streaming, fingers crossed. And if it's not on any streaming platforms, then I can watch it illegally or probably on Daily Motion.
Daily Motion. Daily Motion.
But I'm really excited.
Same. Speaking of the movie, Tobias said it in an interview that it's going to be a movie with concert elements. Have you read that?
Yeah, I have heard a little bit about it. So a movie with concert elements, I just hope that doesn't mean he's taking out chunks of the concert, because that would be entirely pointless, because there are a lot of people in the Ghost, like there are Ghost fans all over the world, not just in LA, not just in the US, not just in Sweden, all over the world. but like I hope that like I really want to see everything. I want to see like what's
In its
gonna happen.
entirety.
Yeah, its entirety. Yeah, like we've already seen a little bit of like what could have been like behind the scenes shoots of like Sister Imperator and Nil. I don't
Yeah.
know if you guys saw that too, but like where it was like the in front of the camera, and like yeah, and maybe that was like before or after Neil died, because but maybe it was just maybe they haven't put the ghost effects thing in yet. So I just like, and I just hope nothing bad happens. I hope somebody whoops Mr. Solterian's ass. I
You're
hope
a
somebody whoops
Saltarian hater.
I hope somebody does, because you don't fucking I don't play when it comes to that shit. I hope Sister Imperator lays into him like, no, that is my son. Like, sure, that was my ex's children, but this is my son.
Ex's children.
Like, I don't care. Shit. You say you lay one finger on my son, that's gonna be you in that new coffin. Like, I remember I made a TikTok about it, and it had the song over where like Soltarian is like wheeling out the coffin. It was like, I said, do you wanna fight me? Do you wanna kiss these hands? And it was so on beat. The transitions were perfect. Like from cut to scene to one scene, it was perfect. That was hilarious. So I just hope like the whole entire concert doesn't get cut out, because then it's going to be disappointing, because I want to see everything from the dancers to the boxing to everything. Especially like some of the violinists, they looked badass. They looked so badass.
Yeah, I agree. But what do you think is actually going to happen in the movie part, not just the concert part? What is Tobias' plan?
Well, we might see. Well, maybe knowing Tobias, he takes inspiration off of other films and other music. So maybe he can throw in some references without actually getting sued. So hopefully, during the movie, maybe we can finally be able to piece all the chapters together instead of waiting like for 1 minute or 2 minutes. And maybe we can get like some special guest appearances, like maybe Jim DeFrock will be a part of the part of it. That's a
haven't heard that one.
And we might get some we might be able to like they might be able to talk about how like the world has changed ever since COVID, what they've been up to like during COVID.
True.
We might be able to talk about like probably since like I'm just guessing from like the top of my head. We might be dealing with Copia like after he was reigning as Papa, from after he was coronated and everything, like during that COVID transition period to during like him getting the surgeries, and then to him like going like on tour. Maybe like we'll throw a little bit of references, like maybe Michael Myers or like maybe some ABBA here and there. It's just knowing Tobias is completely unexpected. And the only time where I was right up on any ghost theory was like when there was some shit was like, I was just like, oh, maybe he'll pull something on Easter something, and that was last year, and I was right. He ended up doing something on Easter something.
Classic hockey bukkake Easter Sunday.
Hockey bukkake, yeah. Like he is rooted and so are legs. It sounds like someone found the eggs.
Oh my god.
What is going on today? I love it.
This is Sammy.
I'm unmedicated.
Me too. Good lord. So when do you hope the movie will come out? I'm kind of hoping summer. Somebody also said Halloween.
Yes. Cool.
I want it now, but
I'm pretty sure everyone wants it now. Everyone wants it now. But cool. I do hope, because I'm not trying to spread information, but allegedly, They might be doing some shit in November. Just allegedly. Don't worry, I'm not those crazy ass Twitter users, okay? I'm not like that. But I really hope it's sometime during the summer. I really hope it's during the summer.
Yeah.
I think summertime would be perfect, because just in case all this stuff is true that's been circling around, that would have been like absolutely perfect. Maybe, yeah, I'm just really looking forward to like the summer. I feel like summer has there's a lot that's going to be happening during the summer. I think, especially, with movies coming out and series, and especially during the time, I think, actually, now that I think about it, like the whole SAG-AFTRA strike, right? The actor
Yes.
strike.
Sure.
Maybe it hasn't been fully prepared yet, because that could possibly be part of the reason.
Good point.
Could be,
Yeah.
yeah.
And because like a lot of people like series like the Chucky series, like that's not coming out. The second half of like the new season isn't coming out until April. So maybe that part of the reason why we haven't seen the movie yet is because part of it is due to the SAG-AFTRA strike. During
That's a
that
really
strike.
good point. I didn't even think about that.
No, me neither.
And plus, I know there's it's all just like a singer. And plus, a lot of people haven't really thought about that. And because I just thought of it myself, because we're talking about a band making a movie. We're not but at the same time, there are also actors involved in like the lore and stuff like that. And these actors are still pretty much actors, no matter how small they are.
Of course.
Right.
And, so I really hope it's the summer, because the summertime would be perfect. Everybody's having fun. We are getting ready for whatever comes next for the fall, so everybody can catch up on everything. And definitely the summer, if like hopefully June to August at some point.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Do you think that there will be some sort of live CD from the LA Forum concerts?
I honestly hope so. I hope so. I mean, if
Me
they
too.
did it with the ceremony and devotion
Yeah.
when Terza was around, they should be able to do this one. I really want them to do an acoustic CD again,
Oh,
acoustic
yes.
live show
Oh my
again.
God,
That would
yes.
That would be great.
that would be amazing, because like not a lot of people have like, say like those that really want to perform live or sing something just to the words of the song. They can't really belt out loudly like myself. Like I'm a soprano, and I love to perform, but because my stage fright, I can't belt out that loud.
Yeah.
And I want to enjoy the songs, but I can't, do that. So I hope like everybody gets to have a piece of something, if they can't watch it, like if they can't watch anything physically or anything like that.
Right.
That would be awesome.
True. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree.
So speaking of CDs, what kind of vibe are you wanting for the next album whenever it drops?
Well, knowing if we're wanting to go back based off the last album, they talked about building an empire.
Yeah.
And plus each album has a theme. Everybody knows this. Like the last, like Prequel had a plague theme, and Impera has an empire theme. So maybe we can see that a lot of people are saying I hope it's a 70s version. I don't really know how I would feel about that. I kind of have mixed feelings about it. But I hope it's something like the Empire falling down at some point, because as a process we can continue that process. Or maybe it's a story of how maybe it's what happens to Copia in after everything, because that was his last show. Was his last show. Allegedly, he keeps saying it was his last show, but Tobias keeps pulling shit. He keeps. It's like crazy to me how he keeps getting away with this.
Getting away with this. Yes.
That's Swedish. And I just hope that the theme keeps going, and maybe we can witness the Empire falling down, and either
That's what I want.
maybe we can see maybe we can see another transformation off of Copia, or maybe we can see like one of the old papas resurrect. Please don't let it be Nil. Please don't let it be Nil.
Nope.
No, Nil. No, he's
Nope.
done. But I really, if any papa does get resurrected, I hope it would be Terzo, because he got like the unfair treatment when his time of papa was over. He was dragged off stage before the song could end. It was unjust. Like that was no reason.
Getting beheaded?
No reason. Like
What
that's not a good way.
No.
That was not a good way to
I don't think the beheading is canon for me. I think that was just a really cool photo shoot.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I put it into the lore for me.
True.
Yeah, it's like
a lot of people do.
Besides, if he was beheaded, how did they able to like stitch it back on so perfectly without any scars or
glue?
Hot glue. Oh, good. I really do hope if anybody does get resurrected, it's Terzo, so he can get his vengeance against the whole ministry for like, bitch, I was mid-performance and you dragged me off the stage like I was nothing.
I was a star.
Please, I'm a star.
Yes. So when Phantomime came out, I kind of thought, how cool would it be if Terzo got resurrected into some like cyborg, half cyborg, I don't know, papa, and it could be future steampunk, like even more futuristic vibes. But are there any like theories that you kind of like?
Well, any theories that I liked? By the way, that cyborg thing, that straight up reminds me of Chef from South Park. Yes. I never saw him again until like the video game.
Yes.
But like the cyborg stuff, I don't know. I mean, because now that I think about it, the Empire, when you see the cover photo of Impera, you see half skeleton, half cyborg, right? You see all of that. Now in Impera, I mean whatever it's called, Phantomime, yeah. Now that you see Phantomime, everything is built, and plus there's different variations and layers of the face.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe that has something to do with, something eventually falling apart. Like maybe we can see like a cover photo of like the robot falling apart or the Empire falling apart. Maybe that could also like, because like they rust, they fall apart, things get broken, screws fall out of place. We see everything, and that I feel like that would be pretty cool now that I think about it, if we see like the robot of Papa falling apart as part of the Empire falling apart.
That could be really cool. Yeah. I haven't thought about that. Goddamn. So
I love having these guests on Sabrina.
Absolutely.
They're all blowing my mind.
The only problem I have with this whole thing is I'm starting to adapt other opinions, which I mean, it's getting complicated.
I've changed my answers every episode.
Me too. Are you are you into the ghouls and the ghoulettes? Just in general.
Oh, absolutely. My two favorite ghouls. Of course, everybody's going to say Sato and Rain and other different various ones. I think Sato is the most popular one out of everybody, but my two personal favorites are Aurora and Swiss. First of all, because Aurora is short out of everybody, just like me. Everybody is taller than me. JILLIAN knows. We met. I was so short.
For the first time in my life. I'm like, wow.
I was you weren't expecting that, were you?
No.
And plus, what I like about these two ghouls is that they bring energy to the stage. I think that's most important. It's not just about performing. No. It's not just about getting this shit over with. It's about having fun in the process. That's, I think, should also be important, because if you're not having fun, then it's not going to be a great show for anybody involved.
Yeah.
And I also believe in, like, whatever shit that you have, leave it in the dressing room. Like, whatever's going on backstage isn't one thing, but on stage, you're a band.
Yeah.
And that's it. That is it. whatever, always have an attitude. My choir director has always told me before we do these competition shows is have an attitude, not an attitude problem.
Yeah.
And what I like, these two are like the perfect combo. Whether you think of it headcanonly romantic, I doubt that there's any romantic shit involved if we're really gonna go there. But they're just having fun together on stage, and I like their energy, and it's just balancing out everything. And that's why I was kind of upset when Aether left, because Aether interacted with the crowd so well,
Yeah.
whether it be picking up the mic stand and dropping it in like the crowd, or whether it be like playing the Family Guy theme song on guitar.
Yes.
Or he just brings so much energy to the show. And now I'm kind of bummed that he's not in the band, because if they do go to West Virginia again, he's not going to have the opportunity to play Country Roads Take Me Home.
Oh my god.
He should have done that when they came to West Virginia. I will stand on that. You had one job. You had one job to learn it and everything. You fucked it up for everybody.
Fumbled the bag.
Fumbled.
Do you think there will be any changes in the ensemble? Like, do you think some of the ghouls will, leave?
I honestly don't know, because like some of like when we got like another lineup for like the beginning of the Imperator, there were some new faces, and of course those new faces ended up leaving. I don't know the contract situation or what, but I really do hope, I pray to God that I hope it's not Swiss or Aurora.
Yeah.
Because they bring so much fun to the stage, I feel like.
Yeah.
And plus and I understand that maybe some of these people might leave because a lot of them because they all have their own lives. They all have families. They're all married. Some of them are even parents.
Yeah.
And they also have their own independent stuff to work on. And they're doing their own tours and stuff like that. It's just, at this point, it's unavoidable. And
True.
I was so worried when Phantom was introduced in the new tour. I was so scared for him, because I was worried that he was going to get the Tommy Thayer hate. That's what I was worried about. Nobody at this point, nobody likes Tommy Thayer, because he replaced, Ace Frehley. And I thought that he was going to get that same treatment. In fact, I remember I was scrolling through on Twitter, and people started calling him, like, before he was originally named Phantom, that people started calling...
have gotten your footage.
Huh?
Okay, now you're back.
You were cut off for a second.
The wind. I think the wind damaged your audio for a second.
Anyway, so like I was saying, I remember people at the beginning, before he originally got the Phantom name, people started calling him Ant, because he looked like an ant. He did look like an ant.
I did not know that.
And yeah, I just hope that whatever happens, and I am going to be bummed if I see like Swiss not be in the band anymore, or Aurora, but parents, unfortunately, shit happens, and I gotta make do, you know?
Yeah.
True that. We'll see, I guess. Looking at you, you are wearing something really pretty. We've already talked about it. Do you buy a lot of merch?
Absolutely. Yes, I do. In fact, I wanted to get like this rib racer top that was like exclusively for like Valentine's Day, but it was sold out before, and I got so mad, because I had the perfect makeup look that I came for Valentine's Day and everything. I was looking forward to it, and knowing, because like here's the thing, I overdress, as you can already tell. I overdress even if it's just for staying at home. I like, because that's how I use creativity. I already have a ritual outfit figured out for a tour that's not even announced.
Love that.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like, I have like a black corset that I got off of Temu, however it's pronounced, and this black tutu skirt, and maybe some of like the witchcraft fishnets that I got from Spirit
Yes.
Halloween.
Love
That's
it. I have the same ones.
Now, as for hair, I don't know yet, and I do not know makeup, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Oh my god.
Is there anything you wish Ghost would make?
I would really like to see Ghost make some more accessories, especially definitely a lot more accessories. Maybe even a dress too. That would be pretty.
Yeah.
And I would like something that everybody can enjoy.
Yeah.
I do like because like at this point, Ghost is for everyone. That's why I like about Ghost, because Ghost is such a diverse community. Like you got gay people, we got queer. Most of them are queer and neurodivergent,
Yes.
and I like that. And in fact, I usually do background checks on musicians before I can consider myself a fan. Once, like you got, first of all, you can't be fucking transphobic. You can't be homophobic, racist, the basics.
Nope.
If that, you're gone. That's why, if that were the case, I would not be having like my commissions up here hanging on my wall and like the cards and the posters and stickers and stuff like that. I would not be here, even sitting right now, talking about like Ghosts and stuff, if I strongly felt that Ghost does not give a shit about their fans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really do hope that they, you know what? I was actually thinking about this the other day. I don't know if you've heard this, but Glamlight and Kiss did a collaboration on the palette and like a whole makeup line.
Yes.
I want to see them do that. Like, I know they have like the Hot Topic stuff.
Yeah.
The colors are very disappointing with Secondo on the cover.
That random red.
Yeah, their overuse of Secondo is kind of annoying. It's overused.
Absolutely.
And plus, I don't really buy like stuff from Hot Topic because like sometimes the eyeshadow does like produce fallout a lot.
Yeah.
And it's not really that well. But I do hope that Ghost eventually collabs with a good makeup brand like ColourPop or even Glamlight or Glamlight. Yeah, and they release like a whole palette, even maybe some face paints.
Yes.
That would be
Somebody else said that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could you imagine a ColourPop line for each album?
Yes. Or Glamlight, because Glamlight is top notch when it comes to that shit.
True.
Like, I already have, like, some of the Michaela Noguera, like, Glamlight stuff, and because, like, they're a really good brand. If they can do it with Kiss, they probably should have, like, no problem with doing one with Ghost, like, based on, like, whatever album. Maybe it can be based off an album, a pop-up, or maybe just everything, because Glamlight can come out with, like, lipsticks. Glamlight can come out with eyeshadow palettes, with liners. They pull like a lot of good stuff. And speaking of, like, the waterproof mascara that I wore for the ritual, I just found out that it's dark brown instead of black. Boo. That's the only waterproof mascara I have.
Oh my god.
They could do like a whole makeup line. Then Ghost could do community fan outreach and be like, hey, we're going to do an opus eponymous makeup look. Send us your makeup look using these palettes and we'll post them up. Like, there you go. Hire me.
And maybe here's another thing. You know Phantasm. Jillian, you went to the Phantasm events. Maybe Ghost can reach out. Lucky you, by the way. Next time I'm hiding in your suitcase.
You are small enough.
Yeah, I'm small. But maybe Ghost can finally reach out to like the organizers of Phantasm and make sure it's properly done all over the country, if not all over the world, and not just in the West Coast where people would have to travel and buy plane tickets, like to travel all across the country for this one thing. Maybe that could also be like a cool thing. And I really want to go to Phantasm one day. I really, really do. It's on my bucket list. I have it written in my journal. I manifest that shit.
Good.
Love it.
We've mentioned you saying some face paints as a like something they could come out with. Not just face paints, but the aesthetic of the ghouls. Have you maybe thought about if they could do something different for the new era, whatever you want to call it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, my personal thing is like, here's the thing. I love the male pre-kill masks. I love them.
Yes, same.
And I don't know, but here about the female ghoulet masks, I don't know if I like it because like the mouths are kind of like too curved because
You
like
think so?
normally with like the male ghoul mask, it's just nothing. It doesn't have to be curved. It's like, yeah, maybe. Yeah, I just don't like how it's shaped properly at the mouth, around the mouth area. I think it's kind of too
Yeah.
like, out there.
Hmm.
But I hope now what I like about like the Impera one was everybody was everyone's was almost the same, but they
Mm-hmm.
secretly like represented like each ghoul and each element. This time, whatever mask they come out with, whether it's steampunk or back to ghoul or whatever, I just hope it represents them a little bit more. Like
Yeah.
maybe we can get
Okay.
different colors in there, or maybe like the details can be a little bit more obvious.
Yeah.
Because like I know some of the masks, some of the patches on like the mask during the Impera one, they were different, but you couldn't really tell because of
No.
lighting, obviously.
Yeah.
So like say like one can have like something pink or someone or like an element like symbol whatever on their helmet, maybe that could be really good for them. And especially when it comes to the, maybe it can have something to do with like the empire falling down theme. I don't know if the Impera had the themes of the ghouls have anything to do with the theme of the album, or maybe that was just like them. Just maybe that's just Tobias throwing in his inspiration of steampunk in there. But maybe that's what I hope. I just hope like you can obviously tell, because I want people when they get into like the band, I want them to be able to tell who's who more,
Right.
who's who more, and be like, oh, and what, like I don't want there to be like an accident where somebody talks to like one of the ghouls and they use like the wrong ghoul name for them
Oh my
and
god.
think that they're somebody else. That would be so embarrassing, because I remember like during like the Meliora era, no one could tell who was who. Like they all looked the same for me. Like even if like just patches on like their outfits, that does not mean shit to me. I do not know what that means.
No.
I don't know who you are.
Kind of same,
People.
honestly.
And but like, but yeah, the only times where you can tell who a ghoul is like their placement on stage
Yeah.
or what instruments they're using. And
And with Soto,
I
with
feel like
his
that kind of has to change.
with like Soto's white horns because they're really prominent.
Those are so cute.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like they like, I want it to be a little more obvious but not too obvious, because of course you got to stick to like the aesthetic and make everything mysterious and all
Yeah.
that, but at some point people need to figure out who the fuck are you, what do you get addressed as. And it's like, I kind of like the fact that Papa knows like the ghouls names, because like the fandom came up with that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
that's sweet.
someone came like, somebody threw a
Yeah, the
bracelet for
bracelets.
Swiss
Yeah.
on stage, and Papa gave it to Swiss.
Yes.
That was
How
awesome.
sweet.